Hi.
Hello.
You have like the bestest timing ever. You're like, I'm gonna join. And I'm like, after many days, I must have a doctor's appointment today. I will be late. And then you're like, I was going to join, but you're not doing your show anymore. And I'm like, Pepper, you haven't been here for like 20 days. Then you show up on the one day. I have a stupid doctor's appointment. like, dude. But the doctor had good news because I went and saw a rheumatologist.
Oh, okay.
And she spent most of the time looking at me like, "Why are you here?" Which is good. I mean, it sounds like a bad thing on the surface, but the truth is, she was like, "I don't think you need a rheumatologist yet. You still have another decade or two before you'll need me," sort of thing. You know, that was her ongoing kind of statement. And she's going to put me on muscle relaxants. And she says, I think that what you've got is you've got some really tangled up muscles in your lower back that are now causing all kinds of connection issues. And so she's going to put me on physical therapy and give me muscle relaxants, which may mean that like tomorrow's show, I might be late, because she was like, the muscle relaxants sometimes really put you out. So don't plan anything for the first thing in the morning for the first couple of days that you take these. So I might be like really screwed up tomorrow morning, but I might also get 8 hours of sleep for the first time in, say, 20 years. So I'm all about this battle plan. And Maya's been saying that might completely revolutionize the way I feel. I mean, just getting 8 hours of sleep a night might be a completely revolutionary thing. So that might, completely change my world. So last night, Kat was on the show.
I saw a little bit, but I couldn't really stay.
You couldn't stay awake is what you're trying to say.
Huh?
Couldn't stay awake.
Well, that too.
Yeah. It's actually totally understandable. I'm just, I can't not razz you for it because I'm your buddy and that's the way this goes.
Oh.
No reason for it.
My husband wants to know if you guys are coming up Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was thinking because you said yes. So.
But I think I was doing the let me check thing and then forgot to get back with him. Mm-hmm. The nice thing about both of you guys having ADD, though, is that you guys understand.
Mm-hmm.
Both of you guys are like, yeah, no, he just forgot. That's okay. It's like, and we go on with our lives. So, yes, we wish to try your pizza plan.
Okay. All right. I will make sure that he knows.
Kai, the thing you should know is that Kai is really stupid picky and likes just pepperoni. But
my husband only eats pepperoni pizza.
Okay, then.
Yeah, they're 2 peas in a pod.
Bill and Kai will eat the pepperoni pizza.
Yeah.
Now, on the flip side, as if that wasn't confusing enough, Mariah doesn't eat pork products. So pepperoni is a little complicated for her, but she'll pick it off and give it to me.
We're going to be making multiple pizzas.
Perfect.
Yeah, because I'm unable to eat pepperoni.
So is Mariah.
Yeah.
So you and Mariah will eat the same thing, and I am a garbage truck, so I will eat everything. As long as you don't put like anchovies or something on there. Artichoke parts.
Well, I'm allergic to seafood, so anchovies is a no-go. Those make my lips and my tongue swell.
Yep. So I'm not an artichoke heart person either, but that's okay.
Artichoke hearts they're weird.
Yeah.
They have a weird texture.
They do. I don't like the texture.
Yeah. I also don't necessarily I do eat them occasionally, but they have to be blended into something. And chopped up really finely.
Yeah, chopped up finely I don't notice. And that's not a problem.
But the pizza, my form of pizza is weird. I don't eat cheese on pizza, or if I do, it's extremely light cheese. Very little sauce on the pizza. I just want to eat the bread. It just happens to have some stuff on it.
Yep, it's all good. Yeah. So as far as me, I don't like fennel. So usually, like the Italian sausage has fennel in it, and that has a weird, like I don't know. There's something strange. So anyway, but other than that,
Yeah.
but even that, when it comes to pizza, I pretty much just eat everything.
Okay.
So everything normal people eat. So I'm the garbage truck. I'll eat both of your pizzas. I don't care.
I think Bill's planning on having like everyone have their own individual pizza.
Oh. Okay.
I'll double check with Bill, but if that's the case, then we need to put the grill on and we need to grill the pizzas.
Right. I'm like, that seems like that's complicated, but
No, it's not too complicated.
that's all right. We just enjoy the fact that you guys are cooking for us. We'll bring stuff. We don't know what we should bring, but we'll bring stuff.
Let's see. I still have macarons that I can for dessert, so you guys don't need to bring that.
We can bring like a wine or something like that. Beers?
Bill likes Caesar salad.
Ooh, we could do Caesar salad.
Just try to do one with like a dressing that doesn't have anchovies in it.
Is that normal for Caesar salad?
Mm-hmm.
Caesar dressing has anchovies in it?
I'll talk to Bill and let's see what we can come up with.
Okay, I didn't know that. I like Caesar salad with Caesar dressing.
So Caesar dressing is basically the way that I make my dressing for Caesar salad dressing is I use vegan Worcestershire sauce.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way to mimic the seafood component for me that doesn't give me a reaction.
Fair. I was gonna just dump a thing of Caesar dressing from like King Soopers in there, but now that you have warned me, I shall not do that.
But yeah, I'll talk to Bill and we'll see. Actually, let me see if he's busy right now, and then we can just ask him right here. Wilhelm Wienerhausen.
Yeah.
I have guy on the thing.
On the horn.
On the horn. So what do you want them to bring? And are you doing individual pizzas for everyone?
Yeah, individual pizzas for everyone. I just need to know toppings. And I know
Kai is pepperoni. Guy is garbage, so he'll eat anything.
we'll just write it down.
And then Maya will have to let us know what she wants.
Okay.
What I'll do is I'll send you a PM.
Okay, so he's gonna send us a PM of the order.
Okay, is Kai okay with sourdough, or do I need to make a regular dough?
Do we need to make a regular dough for your son, or is sourdough okay?
Probably sourdough is fine.
It says sourdough is fine.
Just don't
We'll make
tell
a
him it's
regular one
sourdough.
just in case.
Yeah.
Guy,
Donald.
we'll make regular dough just in case.
Okay. I'll eat either, so it's all right.
Oh, I'm eating regular dough. I don't want the sourdough.
Okay,
I like the sourdough crust. I just don't like the sourdough pizza.
that's fair. Yeah, I'll go with regular dough too then.
All right.
Does,
Do you
like-
want them to bring like a Caesar salad or something, or
Ooh.
do you want us to make the Caesar dressing and then them just bring the salad?
I'll leave that between you.
Okay. Love you.
Every day.
Okay, so if you want, I will make the Caesar dressing, and you guys just bring the salad component.
That works. Do you want us to bring a wine too? You know Mariah's going to be into a wine. That's why I'm asking.
I know. I'm just trying to think of wines that go with.
I won't be drinking because I'll drive, but that's fine.
Mm. Yeah,
Well,
but now that I know that you're coming, I have to clean my house.
Eh.
I'm trying to think of the type of wine because we use. Bill uses a red sauce, for the pizza.
Is that a red wine? See, I'm not a wine person. Mariah's
So
a wine.
the wine can vary because it's like if she eats sourdough and stuff. Hey Donald. Yeah, everyone says my house isn't that dirty, but in my mind, because I have like problems getting stuff done around my house sometimes, it's always dirty in my book. So
That's fine.
we'll just I will let you guys decide what type of wine. How's that sound?
Holy crap. Sorry.
I didn't do it.
No, I am at 4167 on page reads for my comics.
That's
Like,
good.
it's bonkers.
But that's good. That's what you want, right?
It is totally good. But I mean, it is way more than over 1 year. Interval daily. Maybe weekly. Let's do weekly. Yeah. We've had some.
Yes, Donald, I'm going to Wicked West.
You can hang out with all of us, Donald. Wicked West.
I don't know if Bill's going to be there on Saturday. I know I've talked him into doing a panel on Sunday, so
Yeah, we're gonna do panels too. Pepper and I.
yeah. And I think I convinced Bill to do one too. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check with Todd.
I'm like, I love the fact that Ron's going to join us, but then I'm kind of like, I hope that Ron is okay with, like, you and me are going to be all over the place. So hope he doesn't kill us.
Well, he was going to bring a ruler and be like,
I know, right? Like, I
so
feel like he's gonna kill us both off at some point in time. Like, why am I here with you people?
I mean, the last nun that while I was in school, in high school, I had a nun that worked in the office who used to be a teacher. And she was a teacher while my mom went to the same high school. And on the radio, so she called in on to a radio talk show to answer something, and they asked her what she did for a living. And she was like, "Oh well, I work as an administrator, but I'm also a nun for a Catholic school."
Right.
And they go, "So are you a teacher?" And she chuckles and said, "No, I would be put in jail if I was still a teacher."
She's not wrong.
Yeah.
She's not wrong at all.
Yeah. So, but my mom is actually where she got my mom's chili recipe is actually from that nun specifically.
Yep.
Although
Yep.
I took my mom's chili recipe and actually spiced it up. So,
I was about to say that's sort of a thing I do too. Like,
well, my mom also puts like beans in it, and there's chicken, so it's not
Yeah, see, I'm not
necessarily like a true chili
beans
for a lot of
person.
people.
yeah.
And I understand chili is chili, just like comic book stories are all different. But I know the whole like beans are not supposed to be in chili, so
Well, I actually don't put beans in chili, but only because I don't like the musical fruit. You know, I don't like the intestinal distress as time. Right. This table is unfortunately totally yours now, Kayan. What happened to Guy? Ron killed him during the panel. And then that was the end of that.
Donald, my grandparents, because they had so many kids and they were always in and out of the principal's office, when they ended corporal punishment of children in while their kids were still going to school, the principal gave my grandmother the last paddle that he had. And every single time a child was hit by it, someone had to sign it. So there's a bunch of signatures on it.
I can't help it. Every time a child's hit by the paddle, an angel gets away.
My uncles are on there.
You're wondering why hell has already a room stored for me, just set aside with a goldfish in it already and everything. This is why. I could say that I'm irreverent, but that would be an understatement. Oh man.
Like, I'm sorry, like, some of the things that were told to me as a child, like, I double check them all the time, and most of the time they're always accurate, which is really surprising.
The paddle of power.
The paddle. Oh, my name was never on that. No, my uncles were. My mom was on it once, and then my older aunt was, but my younger aunt was not. So that should tell you about it. Like, there's 6 kids in my mom's family that my grandparents had themselves, and then any teenager that came into their thing. Yeah. Yes, there's multiple signatures. Can. Yeah.
I am still going over my analytics on here, and I'm not sure what the heck's going on. I don't know. I don't understand all this stuff. I do understand this. I just don't understand a lot of this stuff. I don't mean to change the subject from being paddled, but I wasn't a paddle.
No, it's fine. Don't worry.
My mom almost had a psychology degree, and in the late 60s, early 70s, they were already starting the "this isn't effective beating on children" thing. You know, so they started to hedge out of that in psychology. So I wasn't really paddled that much. Mom spanked me, but with an open hand. That was her rule, was to wait. Like, so she'd get mad about something, and then she put a 30-minute rule, which actually was far worse, because she wouldn't spank us for 30 minutes because she wanted to calm down first, but then you knew it was coming, sort of thing. But that lasted until I was 10, and then that was it. And then there was no more spankings after 10. And I've never spanked my child, because living with a Montessori teacher, her thing is there's absolutely no science that backs up paddling a child works. There's nothing. In fact, there's a lot of science that shows that paddling a child doesn't work. It actually just makes everything worse. So she's like,
Well, I just did, me and Bill, the reason why me and Bill have been like kind of like all
in
over
and
the
out.
place. Yeah, we just got through training with this I think Bill had talked to you about it.
Yeah.
When we last met up.
The reason why we're coming up there Sunday is because Bill and I were still in the middle of all these great discussions, and Bill was like, "I'm not done," and you're like, "We gotta go," and so he's like, "You've got to come up and just have dinner," and I was like, "Okay," because I'm like, "Hey."
Yeah. And then he basically was like, "We left that whole thing because of that."
Yep.
And I was like, yes, we did.
Okay.
So, yeah, he wasn't too thrilled why we left, and I know it.
Page 21 is costing a lot of time. What is the deal with page 21? There's a lot of technobabble on page 21. So, yeah, anyway. Like I said, didn't mean to... I am going to save my analytics by screen capture. and save them to a folder called Analytics in Bellatrix Rising. Because this gives me information. And I know that Kat loves this stuff, but all it does is just confuse me a lot. So I don't think... I don't know. This rabbit hole is actually super useful, though. Can's like, you shouldn't go down... Well, Can's not saying you shouldn't. Can's saying, I am going down the rabbit hole. I'm like, though true, this rabbit hole is actually horribly useful. So, anyway, last night we had our dear friend Kat on, and they walked us down the path on this and how to, yeah, I was going to say, you're not saying it's bad. Where cockroaches are armed in Idris. That's what I don't need is cockroaches.
Last time I checked, cockroaches don't last long in Colorado. It's too dry. You actually have to bring cockroaches from another place in order for them to be here.
Right. That shouldn't be any different, but let's take a look at episode 1, because episode 1 probably is different if we do a 1-year time frame. Yeah, episode 1's got a different setup. A lot of people are on page 14, which is fine. I don't think I'm going to be that worried about which page. I've got Technobabble. As long as they're Technobabble pages, I'm going to be okay with it, I think. Because Technobabble pages are Technobabble pages. That's just the way it is. Yeah, you didn't say there was anything wrong with it. You're right, Can. Yeah, but I mean, I have to admit, this was intriguing. And what Kat was going over was extraordinarily useful feedback. Like the fact that I have good retention on the story means that I'm doing good storytelling. That tells me that's good. The fact that they're slowing down, but only slowing down on the Technobabble pages is good. That means that I'm not being confusing. These are just pages with lots of chatter where there's a lot of, we'll tech the tech, and the tech is teching, and tech, and all that stuff needs to be done. That's a plus. So these all tell me a lot of things. Yeah. The fact that right now, episode 1 has 4259 panel reads and 4617 page reads, and 433 unique readers is good. And the Omake already has 44 unique readers and 926 page reads. And it's actually holding retention really well. Your analytics are not helpful. I see. I mean, I understand a little bit more now. I don't know if I can help you at all. Probably not, but I can give it a shot. Yeah, because some of these are coming in from a different spot, which is also interesting. Like, some of them are coming in from other comics. You don't have enough views. Yeah, but I remember when I was trying to look up your comic on Global Comics, I couldn't find it easily. It was hard to find. So let's first start with hashtags and stuff like that. Like, let's get some of that squared away. I can, Donald. And I'm totally on board with that. In fact, I would prefer credit cards because cash is a little more difficult to deal with now. Like, not impossible, just complicated. Oh, actually, I'm going on longer today, Kat, because I had the doctor's appointment, so I didn't start until 10:15. So I'm going to probably go till noon. So, actually, that was what we were just talking about. Was Kane was talking about that he's not seeing any views or anything like that. So, like, I was like, well, now that I've kind of figured out where some of the stuff is coming from, maybe we can square that away and figure out what's going on. I am right now screen capturing everything and saving it, which is the way I do things and stuff, because now I'll just screen capture the heck out of this stuff, and that will tell me. I have no idea what old.reddit is. That's weird. So I am saving to my Bellatrix drive, where I have very much specifically set up now an analytics on here for this. You were fine. You were totally fine, Donald. Don't worry. You are never a distraction. I enjoy having you around. I even enjoy, because I'm one of those people that I always do random jokes and random, even in the middle of something important and serious. And honestly, it's because I actually prefer it in the middle of something serious and important, because sometimes people are just too serious. Why does it do this to me? My screen capture software ultimately gets to the point where it moves up with each one until it's finally moved the Xbox into the area between, and I can no longer control it because I can't hit the control button anymore. It's so weird. Okay. So let's then look at the Omake. And so far, there's not a whole lot of extra sources in the acquisition. Although I am at 926 page reads and 44 unique readers on this one. Which is great. Getting a lot of that. As long as nobody complains about the nudity, that's been like my big worry, because I released the Omake now with naked people, and as long as nobody cares, we're good. I don't have a problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's why you got the big surge.
Right?
Nudity.
I put the naked people out there. Everybody loves naked people.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people like to complain about naked people. So there's that. I am actually... Oh, that'd be awesome. Totally. Get their picture with Captain Chang if I can get the Chang thing figured out. Okay, I'm gonna start working on stuff. Get stuff over here. Start working on stuff. Get the stuff of stuffing. Because, like, I've got to make a banner so that I can change my banner. I think it's so funny. Cat's like, you can change the banner, and I know you will. And I'm like, yes, I will change the banner. Like, I need to change the banner. It has to happen. Cat knows me well.
Mm.
That's awesome. She's probably already taller than Chang. I'm just saying. I actually sent the standee to be printed off, and they ended up printing her like really short, and I was like, okay, but she's not that short. So I'm gonna have to check my standee size. I mean, like really short, 3 feet is not the right size. So, right? Don't make my banner angry, Donald. You won't like it when it's angry. Dun 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 dun. Somebody is a pinging at me. Troy just messaged me and said, you should talk at these EV meetings here. Right? She's just like far away. You can take your picture with the standee, but just pretend that she's really far away. Let's open, and then let's fix this. Let's get this. Because this is what needs to be fixed. Right? Because this is 6 feet by 3 feet, and it printed small. So I suspected that it might have been because of a width issue, like it was trying to print it wide and couldn't quite do it. So I'm going to do 25 inches by 72 inches. She's not 6 feet tall, but I've given room down here at the bottom. Right? Not yet. It will be someday. Not yet, though. I was going to print some, but my model is not watertight. So there's that. So she doesn't print well. And there's no Brent here to talk about it because he's transporting, he's moving at this time. All right. Brent's totally slacking. Slacker. All right, let's take a look at where we are at the bottom of this. Double check here. Right here is where I call her midpoint. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 757. Yeah, that puts her at 4 foot 7 feet. That's probably not what we really want. Because she's short. She's not that. She's not. We need her to be 62 inches tall. Which actually put this a lot larger than I thought it would be, which is fine. And Kat's going to make fun of me again for increasing size, which I probably shouldn't do, technically speaking, but I'm doing anyway. Yeah, actually, it's not a bad idea at all, Donald. I mean, I love that idea. Right. Well, that's my thought, right? The old thought process is there are 8 billion people on this planet. If you can just get 0.0001% of them to pay you $1 a day, you'd be a millionaire. Or $1 a month, you'd be a millionaire. The problem is you have to put your comic in front of all 8 billion people, and that's not as easy as it looks. Hang on real quick. All right.
Hola.
Hello.
Kayan is here.
So, I think actually, I'm getting an echo. Oh God.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, echo! Echo!
Okay.
Echo! Echo! It could be me.
Anyways,
I'm not hearing any echo. So
you're not hearing me?
no,
I know we're not hearing the echo.
We're not hearing the echo.
Oh. That's because it was coming through my headphone. The YouTube version of the stream going.
Oh, that's why. Makes some sense. Okay, we're gonna do.
Okay, so basically, because the analytics were unhelpful in the way they were helping you. It's because there wasn't enough stats on them. Like I could see the overall stuff, but like the page-to-page stuff, it was totally unhelpful. And it's because I'm not having enough views, which means I'm having a totally different problem from you that I need to work on. And my problem is no one can find the comic. So that's my first thing I want to fix. And I think this might actually be a good opportunity for me to finish off the rework of issue 1 to try to bring it back to a printable format and then just re-release it.
I agree. Well, and that's something like sometimes the thing that's awesome about having Kat on is the way that they're doing their like pieces of like it's a mental thing that I've never thought of. I have never considered live editing my comics. Like that never even occurred to me. Once down, it's canon in my brain. And so like I'm a Trekkie. Like everything's canon if it's been on air, right? Like, episode 47 is always episode 47. Nobody changes it. So like I don't think about these things. And so like that was like mind blowing to me. I was like, oh, like didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Yeah, because I changed how
changing them out.
The way I was doing it before, which there was nothing wrong with. Okay.
Right.
The way I was doing it before was I was releasing it in 5-page bursts once a week. And then when I hit the end of an issue, I merged everything into one issue. So it wiped out all of those analytics.
That's what Kat's saying. Holy crap.
So what happened to me was a totally different issue, but that's okay. I can actually work with that and figure out what to do next.
Yeah.
And it isn't that I think I might have come off a little upset, but that wasn't what was happening.
No. Yeah, you didn't.
I found what was happening with my comic to be fascinating too.
Right.
Because it was a total misunderstanding of what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't know that at the time.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't think to capture analytics until this morning. So there's that.
Yeah.
But like I said, I mean, the thing that gets me about having Kat on here is I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. I didn't think about, like it was, I never thought about it. I just never thought, and then Kat's live editing the comic while looking at the analytics, and I'm like, I never thought about that. I never thought about the idea of live editing my comic. This page is too complicated, then shrink it down or make it simpler or something. For me, I was looking at the analytics, and my first thought was maybe, hey, Kat, maybe, my first thought was, oh, maybe it's maybe I'll take my comic and like next time be just a little lighter on the Technobabble, or just accept the fact that my Technobabble takes longer to read, and that's fine, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like it's a Star Trek-esque comic that sort of comes with the territory, and if you have a problem with it, that feels like you're in the wrong comic. It's like
yeah, exactly. But there was nothing per se wrong with the analytics. They just didn't tell me enough to be helpful.
Right.
In the same way you were.
I understand.
Also,
right. That's the thing, is like people didn't jump ship.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I know.
Or be tactical about it. Like in issue 3, I have a big like Technobabble yammery thing where Chang goes, well, what if we, tech the tech and reconfigure the warp core and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, knowing that people slow down through this, I'll spread it out over a few pages and have them, I've got pages to burn in that section. I've got open zone. So there's some good pages in there that where it can be, you remember when Professor Snurgleblatt said that we could do X, Y, or Z with the engines? Yeah, what does that mean? Well, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I can draw it out and add some character interaction or something in there to kind of loosen it up a little, and not make it so intense all at once. Which benefit of doing these new formats where I can see the whole comic all at once. My new format pages. So, and by the way, I'm not taking anything as like harsh criticism at all. I really think this was cool. I was super excited. I was like, this is super cool and super exciting and stuff.
Yeah, I think both of us kind of took it the same way. Of this is, we really need to dive deeper into this,
right?
Because last night I was looking at my analytics as we were discussing them, and while I was being tired, I was very fascinated by what was happening with you, while also being very fascinated with what was happening to me.
Right. I'm rearranging everybody to try to find. Oh, now you're all one head. That was.
That's
I'm trying to make this work. It's not working.
Great minds are thinking a little too alike, Pepper.
No! I don't think you want my mind. It's like Swiss cheese.
Because I was trying to get it so that I can not be a tiny, tiny, tiny face in the little teeny corner with all of your big faces, all of your big heads. I'm seeing if I can figure out how to reconfigure my monitor to make this work. That's better. Three-headed.
No, that'd be terrifying, Donald.
I could at least do that. That's better. And then I'll add a source. Do video. Up. Hey, look at that. And now I'm up there with all of you heads.
There we go.
I can reconfigure the warp core. So now all of us heads are all together. Put our heads together.
Dirty.
All right. I'm fixing. So
Don't know if you want to be in my head.
All right. Now we'll try this again. No, just need normal print and copy.
Oh, small dog don't start. So yeah, that lesson last night, that I learned so much.
So much. I know, right? Like every time, I'm like, oh, so much information. So cool.
It was very helpful. Like, like, God, there's so much in there that I have a notebook that I write for things, and I filled out that notebook for things I have to do today and setting up things and all this. So
right. I guess. Let's do 2. Maybe. I'm trying to figure this out here. What happened if I laminate it? Oh, it makes it very expensive all of a sudden. Let's not do that.
all right. More pass.
Okay. I'm sending this off to the printer. So Donald's asking a question to you, Pepper.
What's up?
Oh, something. Do you use same thing they do? Does it help you with your editing?
What do you mean?
I'm not sure.
He's probably talking about the Global Comics.
Oh, Global Comics.
Oh, no, I don't. I'll be realistic. I don't. I'm not on Global Comics.
I don't know why that's realistic, but yeah, I mean, you're just not on Global Comics. Nothing wrong with that.
I'm saying it's realistic because that's my reality.
It is your reality. It's like there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally cool. You are a human and stuff. All right. Okay. Alrighty. I'm sending this off to print again.
Again?
Yeah, because they printed it small the last time.
Oh! You're talking about the Chang
Standy. Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, you're printing your comic off again? What happened?
Yeah. I don't need a ribbon paper.
Understand, Donald. I think I should have 2 cutouts, one smaller than the other, just to make that possible.
What are we doing?
Chang has a mini-me.
Oh, yeah. She's almost kid-sized. Although I'm afraid that they're having such a problem with this. I'm kind of afraid that she's going to end up not accurate no matter what I do. And part of it is that I'm sending it to frickin' Office Depot, and there's only so much they can do. You know what I mean? Like, I should probably really make a real standee at some point in time down the road and have it actually printed and die cut and all of that stuff, and not go through all of this rigmarole, because then it could be accurate.
But I do find it funny that here we are. We talk about how similar and yet how different our comic style, and even down to the interpretation of our analytics are so different.
Yeah. I agree.
But that's what makes it interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have two very different takes on two very different problems. And us kind of brainstorming how to deal with it. Which means that anybody coming into the show who runs into either of those issues can listen to us and see how we're coming up with solutions for it. Because
Right.
it's not just, I'm having this problem. Well, that's great, but that doesn't help in my situation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then you have the other guy that's having the exact opposite problem and what he's doing going forward.
Right.
So we have this lovely spectrum of problems we're trying to deal with.
Right. And it's totally fascinating. I mean, even if you include Pepper in this, 3 completely different takes on how to operate comics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Pepper's not even operating on Global Comics, just a different operation process too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which I find fascinating. Okay, I'm staring at the Nowheresville again.
Up some. Boy, this is like super dramatic music.
Right? I typed in the wrong number and now by accident, and now they're declining my card because they're like, that's not when the card expires. Oh no! Don't call Home Depot now. Also, we replaced the battery in our thermostat last night, and I think we jiggled a wire loose because the thermostat didn't turn on at all last night. That was interesting.
Okay.
You're gonna make me call frickin' Home Depot to do all of this? Ugh. They're gonna make me call them because I cannot fix it online because their system won't accept the fix. Ugh. I don't want to call them. You're gonna make me you're gonna put me on hold for 25 minutes.
Ain't no one got time for that.
I mean, this is coming to the point where it's like, you know what? Never mind. Cancel order. Yeah. Well, the worst part about it is that it's one of those things where it's like, if I don't order it right now, then it won't be done today. It'll be done Monday, sort of things. And it's like that. So it's aggravating that this is the way it's, I'll just buy it using it now. That'll fix that. Their little red wagon. I find that ironic and funny that worked.
That what worked?
That I don't know what the heck's going on.
Quick, Pepper, I need guide English translations.
Yeah, I'm having issues with like multiple things going on right now. And so
yeah, I think we got your answer.
Okay, did it work?
So we'll have to figure out how to do that.
I think it worked. Okay. All right, that worked. I think. There we go. Okay, I fixed it. How are you guys?
Scared and lonely.
I see. All right. And I think you were asking me a question, Can, and I was too busy being confused by cards and money and stuff, so I don't know what your question was.
Amazingly, I don't know either.
That's fine. At
'Cause
least
I have
it's
the
not going to
memory
be
of
one
a
of those,
goldfish.
and I keep asking Guy questions, and he doesn't answer because he hates me. Whatever. No.
I think it had to do with your incoherent mumbling to what was happening.
I was incoherently mumbling. This was true. True words. Our music is pretty dramatic, isn't it?
Yeah. I feel like I'm either like right now in the middle of a Metroid battle or coming up on a main boss.
Right? Another Quigley Down Under, huh? Interesting.
Are they rebooting it or?
No, Donald was just saying he wishes they would do it. I was like, well, that's interesting. I don't think Donald had information on that.
I think you're going to have a very difficult time trying to outdo the performances that were in the original. That was a good movie.
That's fair. Hi.
Yeah, that was a really good Western.
Right.
So we were thinking of these studies. Right now, so refineries that we have to remember front-end methods. We have now we're going to this, so we can for that. So we can do that.
Go to page.
That's probably going to be a two-stage step because can't access the designated amount that's and the same for those so we need like a third party right so that we can hand off to that and then do this. It's all those little things like that where you have to think about like this can do that, this can do
Make this all fit.
And then it's really just, watching in AWS and seeing if we can put traffic over there or see if it's fixed it. Vendors are essentially Docker containers. It's just way too of them. So we don't know what other governments or we figure out how much what they're doing when we pull those so that we can launch a clean version. So it's already operating there, that's good. And then you can launch it in the US if you know that.
Have a nice day, Kat. And thank you so much for last night.
Absolutely. That was so cool.
I'm more excited for some of the stuff that the infrastructure stuff, it's like, yeah, I can do it. There's some last things coming up. So we need to develop a memory interface for one apps for developers so that they can connect and run these locally and in the cloud. And like, if you give us a CLI that allows them to use, once you get AWS, they'll get it. And so we're trying to set that up and also improve the cloud so that it's development is easy for developers at home and good, and also the ability for our developers to interact with the community developers. If they could spin up an environment like we're building, that's what it is. That's really hard. We want to have Not too many. We're thinking about those. We're going to use those stuff. I still really like them. Like walking right now, I know that's better than the first. I'm like, well, I'm never gonna lose weight. I think so. I'm just actually that's what I'm going to do. Because right now it's like go long. And you're going to be so different.
All right, that's just a fun pose.
Yeah, we have. They're all like a.
Yeah, that's another thing I need to work on today. That's on my list, guy. Is the banner up top?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
I should be taking off.
I like to have better control over it, but I don't like it much. I like that better. That looks cooler. Look at me causing trouble. Look at me causing trouble.
Oh, I have a sneaky bit of not well foreshadowing, but only if someone's really paying attention to the redraw of the first comic.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the first comic, she has one of her hands has the damage to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the redraw, when she's in the hospital, you see the other hand has it too. So now it's on both hands. Like it's hinting that whatever happened to her that got cut off when you just see her doing the downward plunge was horrific. But I never show it on screen. I leave that to the imagination of the reader.
Cool. I like that.
Okay. Thank you.
Back muscles. Back muscles.
I like the general feeling of this picture. I also like the organizational I set out back in January, because God, it is making things so much nicer. And she should. She should look like someone who regularly works out and has stronger muscles.
Right. I'm guessing the banner moves for the purple thing.
Huh?
I'm guessing the banner moves for the purple thing that says you should subscribe. Because I added a banner on there and the banner moved down. So I'm guessing the banner moves down or something.
Probably.
It's okay.
But the fact that it moves around isn't necessarily a bad thing.
No, it's not. Just makes it difficult for me to organize this because I'm trying to organize the banner up here and it's moving around. That's not a big deal. Just, something to think about from the people with me.
So we like, kind of one is and look around you, and if you're not sure, they're getting like downways or the release. And it's kind of like the other. There's thousands of them. You never saw like and it was like, yeah, you like true topical reality. And then the stuff is funny. They have almost every
Yeah, but I can hop off. You want to get going? Okay. I gotta get going, guys. I will catch you later.
Yeah, actually,
Bye.
I was about to go get lunch, so I'm thinking we might call the stream.
Okay.
So, cool. Well, thanks for all being here, guys. And then we will talk to you all later. And I'll see you guys tonight. It was good to have you here for a little while, Pepper.
Alrighty.
Good to see
It was
you.
good to be back on.
Yeah, we missed you. You know how that goes. We missed you.
Mhm.
All right. Well,
All right.
see you all later. And as always, keep your eyes on the stars. Bye-bye.
Bye.